Just a couple weeks ago, I saw in one of the Facebook groups with entrepreneurs, I saw an entrepreneur who posted about just starting her business and how disappointed she was in not seeing that support from her family and friends. And I went through the comments, a lot of comments. So many of them shared the same sentiment and have the same issues with this. And in between all of these comments, there was one comment from an entrepreneur who asked, "What kind of weird friends all you have? All my friends support my business and even refer my business to others." And I said to myself, wow. I remember commenting and telling that person, based on all of the comments in this thread, it seems as though you are the ones with weird friends, and I remember seeing words like jealousy, envy, but I don't think it's that. I think it's just that there are many people out there who just don't understand what that support is really about. So let's discuss some more in KES Talks. Welcome to KES Talks.
Yeah, true story.
Welcome everyone to another session, as I like to call it, of KES Talks. This is session 7. And I have with me my very good friend, Mr. Anselm Douglas, who I refer to as Dougie. What's happening, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm blessed, and I'm thankful to be alive in this time we live in here too.
Right.
There used to be a time when we wake up in the morning and it's okay, but now when you wake up in the morning, it's time to give praise and thanks because
you're sure right. You're
different
sure right.
time, different time now. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, for so long we've been talking via WhatsApp. We had a nice phone call a couple of days ago, but to actually see you since it's how long? It's about 3 years now since.
3 years now, man. Yeah.
Yeah, 3
Probably
years.
Longer too. Probably
Yes.
longer than that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So before we dive in, I just want to give the viewers a little insight as to how this came about. Now, a couple of days ago, I was preparing to do this session, and while in my preparation, my friend Dougie here sent me his new song, and I listened. I loved it. I shared it, and then I sent him a message to tell him how I felt about the song, and he immediately called me.
Laughing.
Yeah, that call. I mean, it was late at night, but we still spoke for about almost an hour.
Yeah, just about.
It was yes. And in that conversation, I shared with him what this session was going to be about, and he had some really insightful things to share about it, because although my focus was really on entrepreneurs, he mentioned to me that artists, although artists are entrepreneurs too, but artists suffer the same fate, right? And this really is about expecting that support from your friends and family, and that support never comes. And I remember when I started my business, I too expected that support, because I have a lot of friends, plenty family. It never came, and it had me in a little bitter state, I must admit, and just one morning I just woke up and kind of wisen up, and I realized, none of these friends or family really don't have to support me in my business. They don't have to. I would like them to, but they don't. And some people, some entrepreneurs who I would have spoken to about this, they too talk about that bitterness that creates for them. And they talk about, them as haters, that this jealousy is envy, but I honestly don't think so. I think they just simply do not know how to lend that support. And that's what our conversation was about. So Anselm, you could share your thoughts on it now.
Well, thanks again for having me.
Yes, man.
And I am one of your #1 followers on KES Talks.
Yes.
I try very often to add my 2 cents.
To leave a comment. Yes, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
And I think for a blog like yours, that is the support you're looking for.
Yep, sure, right.
Just by subscribing, just by subscribing and leaving a comment or leaving a like, it says a lot, because your business is based on the popularity of it.
Yes, correct.
Very much like my business. I'm a singer, songwriter, and this is what I do. I mean, I don't get up in the morning and go and fix anybody's car, because I don't know how to do that.
Right.
I don't go and wire somebody's house, because I am not an electrician. I'm an entertainer, a singer, songwriter, recently turned author.
Yes.
And I always tell people I could sing in my bathroom, but that's just for me. So when I make music, it's not to entertain myself. I make music to bring a certain amount of happiness or a perspective or joy or whatever to the individual, to the listener.
Yes.
Some people are fortunate to get a chance to listen, because now music is not something that you go into the stores and you buy. That era is long gone. We don't buy music anymore. We into streaming now, and okay, look, like I sent out my song to you via WhatsApp.
Yes.
But there's a link there for you to go click on the link and listen to the song.
Right.
What I expect of you is that you would also share the song with your people, because
this
now,
is what is
based
needed.
on the popularity of the song, it could now cause me to be employed on a show to perform, because this is a quote unquote big song.
Yeah.
But I cannot rely on, what streams you have to really see significant amount of money is millions upon millions of streams. But people expect music from you all the time. But I'll tell you something based on what you said. They don't understand.
Yep.
For a long time in our culture, music and dance and playing an instrument and all that was not considered a career. It was a hobby. So after investing the better part of my life to music and this art form and the arts, people still see me, and sometimes in conversation say it without realizing what they're saying. They say, so other than music, what does do?
Right.
It's laughable, because
yes.
Nobody goes up to a police officer and say, other than locking up people, or a fireman, other than outing fires, what do you do? Or a teacher, other than teaching, what do you do? Because they see that in their mind's eye as a profession. They see what I do as a hobby, a sidekick. You're moonlighting. But the reality is, this is all I do.
Right.
This is the gifts and the talents that God gave me, and I'm using it now to live, to eat, to bring entertainment to you. Because you can't function without music. People will say that is a very self-centered state. You cannot function without music. That's not
so
if
true.
but
So
something.
true.
If you could have functioned without music, think about going to a funeral and it had no singing.
Yeah.
You're being real now. Think about going to a
Yeah.
funeral and not a hymn song. Think about going to a graduation party, a wedding anniversary, a christening, going to church.
Yeah.
And have no music, you'll go crazy. Music is the only thing on this planet that was not created on this planet. Music was created in heaven. The angels used to sing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yes, correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we need to understand, first of all, talking about me personally, my craft. We need to understand that this is what the artists, that's what we do. And if we have to continue doing it, we need your support because you are the ones we're doing it for. Now, everybody will not like my music, and it would be pompous and silly of me to think that everybody would like my music.
Right.
I heard somebody say, if everybody like you, you're doing something wrong. Everybody not supposed to like me. But for those who like me, check out the song, check out the music, you know, stream.
I'm glad
share it, click it, like it, leave a comment, because that's how it's going to snowball, and that's how I'll be able to give you more music.
Yes.
You know, but I think we just don't understand how it works. So we just think, oh, they make music and they put it out there and we dance it and we have a good time. But to make music, to go into the studio and record and pour them cans on your ear and sing, it costs. Studio time is not a cheap thing. Hiring a producer is not a cheap thing. Marketing people, publicists, video people is not a cheap thing to put out a song.
No, I'm glad you talk about the fact that everybody may not like you or may not like the song.
You got a little soft there, I don't know why, but let me see if I can fix that. You there?
Yes.
Oh, so, it's still very soft, and I really don't know why. You were sounding so good all along.
Let me try speaking a little louder and see if that might help. Yes. So you hear me any clearer now?
I really don't think it's on your end, you know, Kes. But yeah, I'm hearing you though. I'm hearing you.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm glad that you made mention of the fact that everyone may not like you or may not like a song. And it's the same thing with me, because most of my friends or family on my page are not business owners, so they may not require my service.
Right.
However, somebody on your friend list might be interested in it. So supporting me doesn't mean you have to buy from me.
There you go.
Or pay for my service.
Exactly.
Supporting me would mean you just share it on your page.
Spread the word. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because somebody on your friend list might be interested in it. And that is what the whole support is about, what we are looking for. You understand?
You're so very right. You're so very right, because it's not just, you might say, oh, listen to a song by Anston, you know, but it ain't rock my world. That's okay. It's okay. You wouldn't like every song I put out, but you know what? Give somebody the opportunity to also say it didn't rock my world. And
that's what it's all about.
Don't deny them that. Don't deny them that, because think about it. This is like most businesses. It's a fan base. It's a fan base industry. It's a fan base industry. It has people who, regardless to who bring mass, they play mass with tribal. They might see nicer costumes elsewhere, you know, but I'm a tribe man, or I'm a tribe. They play mass with tribe. It's a fan base industry. How people follow their favorite bands. It's fan based, you know, and the only way you could get more fans is, you know, we've heard this before as business people. We know that the best piece of marketing is word of mouth, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I preach that in my sessions.
TV and say, but if somebody come and say, hey, you know, KES doing so, it's like, really? I didn't know that. I must check it out, because now you're getting a testimony from somebody else, one of your peers, one of your partners. So if somebody say, hey, I hear a new song by Anston, it's real good. Now, the person might be lying. The person might be my really good friend and just marketing me. But at least when you go and you approach it now, you're approaching it with, I hear this song real good. And you listen. And you might go back and say, boy, I told you tell me this song real good. May I like it at all? But at least you're here.
Right, exactly.
And we need to share. We need to share. Life is about sharing ideas, sharing experiences. You know, life is about sharing. So you can't hear my material and keep it to yourself and say, it was good. I would only put it out there if I believe it's good. So you telling me it's good, yes, it's good for my ego to, yes, I put a good song, but it would be better if you tell somebody it's good.
Yes, I believe so too. And one thing I want you to touch on from our conversation the other night, the fact that gone are the days when an artist have to go to a radio station and beg for the song to be played. So these platforms are now available for these artists to use. How do you, the artist, how do you get that message out there to your fans that this is what is needed, this is what we need you guys to do to share? How do you get, I mean, outside of what we're doing here, you know, what could the artists do to spread that word?
Well, I remember going to a radio station years ago, and this guy told me something, and if I was a different person, I would have taken it in a negative light. But what he said, you know, registered with me. He said, Anselm, my job as a radio station is not to promote your music, you know. And I was like, okay. No, I walk away feeling a little dejected. But it made a lot of sense. His job is not to market me. I have to market me.
Right.
You know, I have to let the world know that I am here and I exist and my music is good. I had to sell it. I read something yesterday, I think might have been on Facebook or WhatsApp or something. They were saying, the whole world may not believe, and I'm paraphrasing here now, the whole world may not believe in you, or the whole world not believing in you doesn't determine your success. You believing in you determines your success.
Very good.
So it's very important that me, the artist, you, the entrepreneur, promote ourselves, you know, make sure we out there, make sure our face is out there. It's a visual world. Make sure that we do this kind of thing. Let our fans, as small as the fan base is, encourage them to go there. You are my base. You all I have. You are my foundation. So go out there, spread the word, spread the gospel of this new music that I'm putting out. Spread the gospel of Anselm Douglas as a musician, as an author. I have a book out there, The Adventures of Spin and Scratch, that doing 5 stars on Amazon.
Really?
You know, doing 5 stars on Amazon and on Barnes and Nobles.
Very good. Very, very good.
My fan base, they know of it, but how much promo they're doing to assist me.
Yes.
So I know I'm saying 2 different things here. One is I have to do it, but I can't do it alone. I need my fan base and I need to keep preaching to them. You know, it's exactly like what the pastors do in church. They preach to their congregation and say, when you come in the church Sunday, bring somebody with you. Tell your neighbor about the love of Jesus. Bring somebody.
Right? Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's basically the same thing. Bring somebody with you. Don't enjoy it by yourself. If you really like my music, go out there. If you really like KES's blog, tell somebody about it. When you go on once a week, when you post, share the blog. Let people know about it. Push it out there.
And,
you know,
and that is the support.
Because now we're not asking for money from you. We're not asking for money from you. We're asking for critics.
Right? 2 seconds. Critics, right? Yeah, 2 seconds. Click.
That is not hard. Back in the day, you had to pay $100 and something TT for a CD. Now you could go online and download a song for $1, less than the cost of a stag. and sometimes you don't even have to download. You could go on YouTube and listen for free and then just share it. Because if you have enough shares, what is happening on YouTube is they start to run ads before your song and you start to make a little dollar from there now. So it's all about critics, share. I'm not asking you to even buy. Share.
Yes. So I would like to, I mean, I don't want this to go too long, but I would like to just put it out there and let entrepreneurs and also artists who might be seeing this, to don't get yourself in that bitter state thinking that people not hating on you.
It's a funk, you know, it's getting in a funk.
I experienced it in 2014. I was thinking about quitting and going back out to look for a job, all of that I was doing, you know, but then I come to realize that, you know, maybe people just don't understand what supporting me entails. You know, it doesn't mean you have to buy from me or you pay for my services. Just tell somebody about your friend, who is doing what I do. And it's that simple.
That's the best business card in the world.
Right?
The best business card. Tell somebody about it. You know, like it, share it, let your friends know. You know, I'll tell you something too, and I know we kind of stress for time, but
yeah,
you know, somebody will send a joke on WhatsApp, and before you know it, the joke went viral. Everybody who goes, we go in and send it to 52 people.
Yep.
Really? And then you listen to a song and they say this is really good, and they wouldn't share it with two.
Yeah. Correct. And that's what happens. That's what happens. You know, I talk a lot of stupidness on my Facebook page, and people will comment and laugh. I just see how much comments, how much likes. But then whenever I talk about my business, it's crickets. We all them people go on, you know, but again, I understand that, you know, these people, they don't have to support me. I would love them to, you know, but I just shake off that bitterness and I forge ahead. I do what I needed to do to attract new eyes to my business. And from 2014 to now, the business has been going excellent, very good.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all about getting yourself out of that funk. I mean, keep putting your things out there. Let's just hope that our friends, family, or in your case, fans, understand that all they need to do is click share in order to help support this thing.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yes, man. So I thank you very much for joining me, and let's hope that we get this message out there.
Man, I appreciate it. Trust me, I appreciate it. Just putting aside this few minutes to chat with you. And as you say, I hope the message gets out. Your message, my message, and the message of all entrepreneurs. We need the love and support.
Yes, yes. So very true. All right. So once again, I thank you, Dougie, and we're definitely going to talk again soon. All right.
Thanks, man, KES. I appreciate it.
All right, King. Take care, man.
All right.
All right.